sometimes we get comfortable in a place within ourselves, within our walk, within how we are just becoming. We get so comfortable that we forget to, or we misplace our value. That's what happens. We misplace our value. I had a dream last night, and I won't go into details, but it's definitely not just a message for myself, but it can go across the board. I'm not saying, oh, this is a word for somebody, but I think in certain lessons, just because one person is going through it doesn't mean it can't transfer to someone else. So that's why I wanted to share this. My dreams give me insight on, I think, what to do, what to say or share with people. And this particular one last night, it wasn't even a matter of, okay, go to the word. Okay, look this up in the Hebrew, because sometimes I do have to do that. But with this particular one, it was like, as I was waking up, it was plain as day what message I received in terms of value and how you misplace. Sometimes you misplace value, your value. So like, for example, when you're in certain relationships where you know that this person, in terms of their faith walk, in terms of just how they live life, you know that you have surpassed them in that area where you have a moral compass and they don't, where you are trying to do something in life and they're not, where you have respect for them, but they don't have respect for you. And not just in romantic relationships, friendships as well, right? Family members as well. We have to make sure we are guarding our value, that we are making sure, because y'all know I love talking about boundaries. We have to make sure that we have those boundaries. We create those boundaries where the value within us, within our complete being, is being protected. Because sometimes, and I'll speak for myself, sometimes I get lazy with protecting my value. Where sometimes you leave the cracked door open, or you leave the door cracked a little bit where things can get in, people can get in, or we're not placing our value at the altar. We're not placing who we are becoming in terms of value, in a valuable sense. We're not placing it at the altar where it belongs. Oh my goodness. We are, because I'm like, more thoughts are coming to me based on what happened in this dream. So instead of us placing our value at the altar before the Most High God, we instead are like, oh, it's okay if I'm here. It's okay if I'm there, right? I'll be fine. But when you're in this I'm just fine place, instead of being at the altar with your value and who you're becoming, you're on guard the whole time. Why stay in the situation? Why stay in that place when you have to be on guard the whole time? Because if you are in right standing with your value, if you are in right standing at the altar, you are protected, completely protected, right? Because if something even tried to come at you, you know at that altar you got the Father, right? But sometimes we move a little bit away from the altar and we mix and mingle, right? And then it's like, okay, let me hold on to this. Let me hold on to my value. Why should you have to do that? For example, when you're in a relationship with a non-believer, or you're in a relationship with someone who is not practicing abstinence, but they're like, oh, I'll try it for you. But then the whole time you're fighting to be explaining to this person, I'm saving myself for marriage. That's an example, right? Or you're friends with a person and then it's like Instead of being friends with a believer, you have somebody who's wavering, or as they say, they're lukewarm. So it's like the whole time you have to guard yourself. Oh my goodness, if I share this with this person, are they going to take it somewhere? If I share this with this person, are they going to look at me in a way because of their own insecurities or because of how they truly feel about me that they're not showing to my face, but in spirit, you know what I'm saying? Just leave that there. Protect your value. Keep your value in the bank. The bank is the altar. Keep it at the altar. If you stray away, you're not fully protected. And anything that the enemy tries to come at you, he has greater success penetrating to get to you in whatever way he's trying to bring hurt, harm, or danger, because you left your mark. You left, not mark, rewind. You left your post. You left the altar. You left where you will be protected. So I just wanted to share that. Amen.